You would have had your review this morning. What was the most pleasing thing to take away from the weekend's game?
Just the way we played ourselves in around the contest. It was become quite slippery in the second half, and we had a grid up in around the midfield, and to the midfielders' credit, they were very strong in that area, in particular around stoppages, and I thought we showed some composure as well at times as a side, and in particular that last sort of 4 or 5 minutes to sort of go stoppage after stoppage, basically the full length of the ground, and then to finish off with Tuke Miller's goal was really encouraging. So we just spoke about that, just the grit. It takes no talent, but just our contested footing, our tackling was up, and that's what we felt got us the result.
Cool. Piers Hanley, what are we looking at for him?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's one that he's off getting scans now, so we'll know a little bit more information either later today or early tomorrow. We're really hopeful that he's still a chance, but it's going to there'll be a lot of discussions to go under the bridge as the week goes on, especially on the back of hurting it the week before and then playing and then falling up sore just before half time. So we'll get some results, we'll analyse them, and we'll have a good conversation, and then put a sort of process in place from there for Piercy. But we're fingers crossed that worst case scenario is 1, but mate, hopefully he's there on the plane going to Sydney with us.
Would you say the smart choice would be just to give him a week's rest anyway?
It depends on what it shows. It depends on what the scan shows. But yeah, ultimately, probably that's where we're leaning at the moment. But we can't give up on Monday when we've still got a whole week to unfold. And depending again on what the scans show, he still might be a chance.
Rocket was saying after the game that you really put it into his hands because he's had experience in kind of just 1 week and then coming back. Yeah,
that's why I'm kind of hesitant not to rule him out, because we have a lot of trust in all our players and the way they feel, and especially guys who are quite experienced and have gone through similar injuries in the past. So we won't put the end result on Piercy's head. It was a group discussion amongst coaches, high performance staff, and Piercy. And that was the reason why we went ahead and gave the green light. In hindsight, probably maybe we made the wrong decision, but we'll learn from that. We'll go, as I said, we'll look at the scans. We'll go through the whole process again this week, and then we'll give him right up till Thursday or Friday, I would imagine, to see where he's at.
Do you kind of take the decision out of his hands now, because the player's always going to want to play, aren't they? So do you?
Yeah, players always want to play. Yeah, that's the attitude you want them to have. But some players know when they're in trouble, and they physically can't play. That wasn't the case with Piercy. So, again, we have a lot of trust in our players and the way they feel. But yes, we'll put our hand up as a collective, and we made a mistake on the weekend. But we'll assess as each day goes by and make a call probably the second half of the week.
Talk about hindsight there. Rocket said after the game that Tom Lynch has been nursing an injury the last couple of weeks. Do you think it would have been better to perhaps leave him out of those games if it was affecting him as much as it was?
Again, we trust our players, so I'm sort of repeating myself a little bit, but Tommy's right to go every game. He makes no excuse for probably having a quiet couple of weeks. He wanted to go, he wanted to play. We backed him in. What he has done is he's provided a lot of space for Pete Wright to play some good footy. So through him getting on his bike and moving up the field, he's been taking key defenders out of their key posts, which allowed Pete Wright to stand up. So he's moving really well. He's back to playing good footy, Tom, and as we saw, his spirit was right up. And the really important part is now he's got a lot of support down there. The ground level players in Lemons, Archie, Martin, Ainsworth. The pressure they're applying at ground level was just helping us hold the ball in the front half. So look, Tommy's fine. He's looking forward to getting or sinking his teeth straight into Sydney now.
So is it key for him to move more and to sort of take himself up the field a little bit?
Yeah, it probably depends on who he's playing. I'm playing on at times as well, so he's a direct opponent. But also the way we move the ball helps all forwards. So if we're very stagnant or very straight line, he probably needs to get up the ground a little bit more. But if we're free flowing, it makes it easier for him to get off his direct opponent and receive a lot more uncontested marks. So you weigh that up each week, and also within games. Whether he gets on his bike a little bit more, or if we're flying with our offence, he can play a little bit deeper. So it's a mixture. Yeah, got to have variety as a key forward.
How's Callum going, mate?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, look, he played. We were very surprised, and we don't look heavily into stats, but it was probably one of the best 7 disposal games we've seen. His pressure, his tackling ability, his will and want to get in around the contest is super, and we're very comfortable. We've got a really good player there, and he's going to continue to grow. He's got a lot to learn, but his character is elite, so he's working really hard to become a very good player, and he's added so much to our forward line. So He's really good. Look, there's a massive ground ball there, and I think that's the one you're indicating late in the game. And he put his head in the hole, and it was a great contest for the side, and it was a defining moment. And he's pulled up a little bit sore, but we're very comfortable and are very confident that he'll be on the plane heading to Sydney as well.
Okay. You mentioned, it's funny when you were saying all these kind of attributes, you didn't mention goal kicking in there, and I was going to mention that.
Yeah.
His class coming back down the ground and actually delivering a ball seems to be...
Absolutely. Yeah, and providing an aerial contest and bringing that to ground. He's got a great vertical leap, but even Ainsworth, like we've measured him off his pressure and his tackling. The outcome was, yes, he got lucky and kicked the goals, but we're looking at that ground level pressure those guys can provide. Jack Martin as well, and we felt they stepped up on the weekend. But as we know, the biggest challenge in AFL football is you got to back that up, and we're about to confront the best side in the competition right now post round 6. Sydney Swans are a club that we highly admire, we respect, and to be 0-6 and then to dig really deep like they have and have that never die attitude and to get themselves to where they are right now, just outside the 8, is a credit to those guys. So it's a club we know we're heading down to Sydney. It's a massive challenge, but it's one we're looking forward to. So looking forward to that challenge.
It seems like you guys are kind of playing your best footy when you guys are able to get it going from halfback. Guys like Pearce and also the younger fellas around there, Sardi, Harbour, that kind of stuff, the bigger blokes.
Yeah.
It seems like you run into trouble if they lock you in there and the ball moves a bit too slow.
Yeah, I think that's a bit for every side. There's no doubt it does look from the outside. It looks quite impressive when those guys rebound off halfback. But we're like every side. We want to put it in our front half. So we kick 8 goals from our front half takebacks. And that's what we sort of pride ourselves on. So that's what we're looking at more so. The perfect game for us is Pissy, Hanley and Harbour and Sardi not touching the ball and not having to rebound because we're just continuing to pin opposition sides in. But I know exactly what you're saying. And look, Pissy is an elite decision maker. Sardi does open up the game and Harbour as well. But more importantly, they've been really honest in their defence. They're one-on-one battles and that's what we've been looking at. And the rest is just an add-on and we're lucky to have that. But no, it's all about the contest for those guys, and they're in good form. So.
Sorry, is Riscatelli any chance this week? He played in the midfield on the weekend.
Yeah, watched him really closely, and he's building really nicely. His movement, he's not showing any effects, not limping or anything like that. So his name's going to be thrown around the table. There's no doubt about that. And his experience is critical to our club holistically, but also our side. So. I'd imagine, as I said, his name will get thrown up. If it's not this week, it'll be coming in the next couple of weeks. He's going to push forward. He's as I said, he's a critical component to this football club and this football team. But it's great to see him back out there.
Gaz, how did his scarf pull up after the 300?
No, fine. Yeah, Gaz is fine. Yeah, no, he got through. He played quite well, obviously, and it was a really good moment after the game for all the guys to sit in the change room with Stephen May and Gaz and just get around each other and really acknowledge 300 games and 100 games and how important those two guys are to our footy club and what they've put in a 7-year journey. There's been a lot of tough times, but those guys in many ways have carried shouldered a lot of the grunt and the work, and just to see everyone in there and acknowledging that and getting around those guys was a special moment for our footy club. But as we know, unfortunately, that only lasts for that night, and we've quickly moved on to Sydney now, and we know what's coming or what's ahead.
Their performance from that game on the weekend against Melbourne?
Sydney, yeah. Look, they've shown a brutal mentality since post round 6, and everyone in the competition, inside and out, is just admiring their work at the moment. Scores from stoppages, they're number 1 clearly. Their contest work is number 1 clearly differential, and they got their appetite. They got their appetite back. So we're looking forward to this challenge. We're looking forward to going down and see how we measure up against currently the comp's best. So, they're very impressive the other night. Very impressive.
There were no other injuries from the game, no niggles that have pulled up?
No. So that's a good thing for us. So we get a bit of continuity in our playing group, which has been critical this year, and there won't be many changes at all.